All right, so we've got the Rockhounds versus an orange team. Just getting here, so unfortunately, don't quite know who the opposing team is. But Ricky on the mound with the first batter in the top of the first. All right, we get word that it's the Hotrods. Pardon the camera adjustments here early. So I think the count is 2-1. That would have been 3-1. So he puts the first batter on. And nice cut at that one. And we got Larry behind the plate, so I think the Rockhounds would like for the runner to give it a shot and see what Larry can do here. And he does. And Larry's got a good shot. It's going to be into center, but good back up there. And a nice shot. That's going to go into the left. Kai's going to get it. And that's going to bring a run in. So no outs and a man on second. And nice swing, and that's going to go foul. Ball a little bit outside. Nice pitch right down the middle. Swing, and Larry takes it off his chest protector. And nice contact. David's there. It's going to sneak through and going to make a play at the plate, but Larry's not going to have a chance, and he's going to take it into. Well, there's a possibility at third. and unfortunately doesn't bring it in. So batters around to third. 2 runs have scored. So no outs, man on third. 2 to 3 runs have scored. I need a little bit of a notepad. Yep, it's going to be. There's a nice shot, and there's a chance David gets this over at first, and he does. Holds the runner at third, so that should be 1 out. Yeah, nice pitch there and miss. And another one right down the middle. We're an 0-2 count. And very close to the outside corner. No call for 2-1. Or 1-2 rather. Almost bit on the high one. Two and two. Oh, and he just takes that one without too much trouble. He just stood right in there. So that puts another runner on first base. So first and third, 1 out. There's a nice shot right down the middle for 1-1. And runner from first moves down to second. No challenge to the plate. Larry quick to get that pass ball. And cuts at a high one. Two and two. Well, not hearing the umpire very well. So 3 and 2. That would have been full count, and with the walk, loads up the bases. And a cut and foul ball in first. Pitch. Again, bases loaded here in the top of the first. So force it any base here. 1 out. And there is a shot that's going to be over left field. Kai going to second with it into the relay. So another two RBIs there. So just really nice hit. So stand-up double for the batter. Nice job to get that in quickly. So 1 out, man on second and third. Has real good height. May have been a little bit inside. And swing, and Ricky's going in. He's going to call him off. Nice job. So 2 down. Man aboard second and third. Ricky helps his cause there by making a great play. And that is a strike called 0-1. And there's a nice cut and a miss. So with 2 strikes, key pitch here. And he's going to get him swinging, and that's going to be the end of the top of the first. Tough inning for the Rockhounds. They're going to need to come back with their bats. I believe the score is 5-0. All right, so it looks like David is going to lead off at the bottom of the first. And he's going to let that one go by for a count of 1 ball and no strikes. And he's got a nice shot, and it's going to get past the right fielder. David is going to slide in, but the nice throw from the right fielder is going to take care of him at second. So, unfortunately, a great hit is going to end up with an unfortunate outcome there. But great contact. That looks like the guys are going to be swinging their bats here today. I think this is Blaine. So 1 down to the bottom of the first. And 1-1. And he'll take a second strike, 1-2. Two and two the count. And he is going to cut at it, and that is going to account for out number 2. Braun at the plate, and he takes a nice little cut at that. It's going to foul it back to the screen. And a second. Ball outside, 1 and 2. Two and two to Braun. Counts full. See if Braun can start a 2-out rally here. And that's going to be high. That is going to put Braun on first. And that should bring up Larry, I believe, who was got one knee pad on. So he will get undressed to come out to hopefully do some damage of his own. And he's going to pop it up to the first baseman, who's going to make a nice little catch there. That's going to end the inning. Stranded 1 aboard. And that'll bring us to the top of the second. All right, this brings us, not sure what their number of hitter is, but we've got Ricky on the mound. And going to be a little outside. Pardon me. And that one is to Austin, just a little over his head. They're going to field it right at the edge of the infield here. Braun brings it in. Back to Ricky. It's an infield base hit just out of Austin's reach there. And strike. Runner's going to go. And he's going to go to... Yep. Nice shot. Holds up. Keeps him at second. A 1 and 2. little outside bringer count to even at 2-2. So man on first and third, and looks like coach is going to bring Braun in to help out. And we'll be back after warm-ups. All right. So runner moves over to second, so no outs. Man on second and third. Three 0 the count. And it's going to put him on first. Bases loaded. And cut and a miss. And strike two. And there is strike three. One down. And swing, and Larry gets up out of his stance nicely, but a little too far over his head. And it's a shot through the infield. Going to second base. And Austin takes it home. And it looks like they're going to be okay. So it looks like 2 runs come in on that. So 1 out, man on first and second. And then a shot. He's going to tag the base and go over to first or second if he can get it, and he does that. No, it's a force. That should end the inning. No, that should be 3. I think the umpire at the plate wasn't paying attention to the force, and he got it. Didn't tag, didn't need to. Picked it up right in time, and that ends the inning. So nice job to get out of that. All right, bottom of the second, and Robbie's going to lead off. New pitching, and that's going to go high for ball 1. And steps out of a low one for 2-0. And nice cut. Steps back for ball inside and high. So 3-1. And makes contact with it to bring the count to full. And that's going to put Robbie on first. Which will bring Ricky up. And it's a nice shot in the infield. That's through. Gets to second safely, and Ricky's got a nice base hit. Okay, that brings Kai up. And that's going to be a pass ball. And they're going to actually throw to third. Robbie gets down. Ricky gets to second. And this will bring Kai's count to 2-0. He's going to look this until he's got one he likes. 2 balls the count. And he takes a cut at a high one. Two and one. And Short steps out of the way there. 3 and 1. And they call a high strike on that pitch. And full count to Kai. And nice job to get a piece of that. He's still alive at the plate. And he's going to have a base on balls. So that brings the bases to full. No outs. And we're going to see Austin at the plate. Looked at a little bit. It was high. Nice job at the plate by Austin. Oh, and that's going to hit him. And so Austin's going to take it in the hand, and that's going to bring Robbie across the plate. So we'll be back after the conference on the mound. All right, so the pitching stays the same. No outs. Bases loaded. And ball one outside. Tuna. And nice cut. Good pitch right down the middle. 2 and 1. And that's going to be high. And Ricky decides to stay at third. Bases remain loaded. And it should be 3 and 1. So another ball brings in another run. And nice pitch, nice cut. And that's in the dirt, and they're going to walk another run in. So 2 across in the bottom of the second. And that's going to bring the top of the order up. David, who had a really nice contact, his first at bat. And that's going to be ball one. And takes a cut at a high one. So that'll be even at 1-1. And that's going to be high. So good inning so far for the Rockhounds. And that's going to be high as well. So he's looking at 3-1. And that's going to be a little inside, and another run will come across. Kai will come across the plate. That's going to bring Blaine up. And I think that's going to be all for number 4. So we'll be back. All right, so back to the action. Number 13 on orange is on the mound. No outs, bases loaded. And that's going to be a ball. And nice cut, Blaine. So 1-1. High for ball 2. Three and one. And it's going to be another walk. So Braun now. So pass ball 1. And nice pitch. Good cut. Two balls and a strike. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, bases loaded in the bottom of the second. And that's going to be short hopped, and so that'll bring the count to full. So we'll see in between innings, it seems like the pitcher's mound is a little deep. So if that's really the case, and nice cut, good pitch, that's going to be the first out. So Larry is up with bases loaded here, 1 out. But back to the mound, not sure that it's actually off, but it seems like all the pitchers have been having a little bit of difficulty, so I'm not sure if it's maybe back 5 feet. But we will see for the next inning. And Larry is really wanting that. So he takes a cut at the first one a little high. And he's going to float that one in. And that's going to be 0-2. And that's going to be in the dirt. And not going to challenge the plate here. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he's got it down in the infield. And that's going to end up being a base hit and the infield bringing another run in. The third baseman had it. And they're going to take, I guess, a timeout. So we'll be back here in a bit. And it looks like they're going to step off the mound here just to see. All right, so turns out the mound was maybe about 4 feet too far back, and so all 4 coaches kind of convened at the mound and decided to move it forward. The umpire did not protest. In fact, he just kind of hung back and watched him do it. So I learned a new rule. If you make 5 in any one inning, then that inning is finished. And so that last run that came across was our 5th. So that actually answers my question if we had 4 or 5 from the other team in the first inning, and so that they would have had 4. So I think that brings the score to 6-5. We trail by 1. So Braun on the mound. And I believe Austin may have donned the catcher's gear. Yeah, because I see that Larry is now in center. Kai on second. Ricky looks like he is at short. David moves over to third base. And that is going to be a nice shot deep to left center. Larry's going to be there, and he's going to... And then Kai's going to throw it over to third, and that's going to be great throws all around. Good defense. So great job on defense to take what would have been a great hit and make it no impact. So good job all around on that. So 1 out. And nice pitch. little high for a ball. So I think it's at 3-1. And he's going to call a high strike. That brings the count to full. And he's going to make some contact. It's going to get out to shallow left for a base hit. So, nice job to get everything in. So, 1 out. It is the top of the third. Man on first. But it looks like the Rockhounds have caught a little bit of wind here. Everybody looks like they're engaged. So it's going to sneak over a little bit. All right, so on the pass ball, runner goes down to second, so man on second. And it's a shot in the gap. And Robbie's going to get it into second. And he's going home. No play at the plate. And he's going to stand up at second. And nice shot back. So 1 comes through. So that does bring the score to 7-5. And he's going to call a high strike. And a swing and a miss. Call foul ball. So 1 away. 1 has come across the plate in this inning. And man on second. And a foul tip again to stay alive at the plate. And he's going to call strike. Batter kind of stepped away on that one. So 2 down. And a cut strike Runner's going to move to third, and he's going to hold. So ahead in the count, 0-1 at the plate. And second strike. And a little high. And strike three, and they are out of the inning. So score is 7-5. Rockhounds going to take the bottom of the third out, and we'll see if they can get a nice rally going. And nice cut by Robbie. High ball one, strike one. And that one's in the dirt. Good eye. Robbie lets that one go by. And another nice cut. And he makes contact with it. It's in fair play, and Robbie just needs to beat this out. And he doesn't quite get there. Really nice job to try to get down the bases there. It's one down in the bottom of the third here, and Ricky at the plate. He's going to look at ball one. Ball two. And 3-1. And he's going to take a ride to first, and that's going to bring Kai up. So last time Kai ended up on first with a walk. And he swings at a low one, and Ricky's going to end up down safely to second. And a little outside for 1-1. Cuts at another low one for 1-2. And he's going to look at strike 3. And Ricky is going to... Oh, sorry about the camera work there. It was zoomed in too much. And Ricky's actually going to get tagged out at 3, so that's going to end the inning. All right, so this is the top of the 4th, but there's only 15 minutes left in the time limit. So this should be the last inning. And nice hits going over to David. And that is a great play first. And Blaine takes care of the reception. Good play all around. Well, I say we're not going to be able to see the beginning of another inning, and depends on if these guys get up 1, 2, 3. So ball 1 to the second batter. So 7-5, so the Rockhounds need to hold here and come back with at least 2. And he's going to take a shot. That is going to stay fair. David unable to get over to it. So a little bit of miscues out there in the fielding. 1 down, man on second. And that's going to get past Austin. And that is a cut and a strike. And another swing and a miss. Looked like that was the right height. May have been outside. And that's up and foul. So Larry is going to come up to finish. So we'll be back when Larry finishes his warm-ups here. All right, so Larry is in with 1 out. Runner's on the corner, and that's going to be fouled out of play. Nice pitch on the second. Called ball low. And it's going to be to first. He's going to step, and that's going to score the runner, but nice job by Blaine to get the force out at first. So that's going to move to 8-5. And 2 outs, man on second. And fouled out of play. Larry has stayed ahead in the count. And the batter helps him with a swing at a high one. And a little high for ball 2. 2-2 the count. And he gets it off right to Larry, who's going to flip it over to Blaine, who is going to end the inning. So Rockhounds in the bottom of the 4th here need 3 to tie. All right, so Austin is going to start off the bottom of the 4th. Need 3 to tie. And he's going to end up with 1-1 to start here. So 1-2 to Austin. And the lefty's a little high for 2-2. And he swings the low one, and that's going to set Austin down to start. Ball high and outside. Two zero. And strike right down the middle. Ball three. And he's got a shot through the infield. It's going to go to the second base, or the shortstop, who's going to actually take it to first without too much difficulty. So 2 outs. And the top of the order with David. It's officially 7:13, so they could start another inning. But I think all the parents are hoping that this extends here with a 2-out rally. So 1-0 to David. And that'll be the second ball. And ball three high. And David takes a cut at strike one. And has to duck out of the way, and that'll put David at first, which will bring up Blaine. So 2 outs. And so the umpire calls David safe at second. Another pass ball. David's going to end up down at third, and it's going to be late throw. And tough camera work. Apologize. And that's 4 straight balls to put Blaine on first. So runners on the corner. Braun now at the plate. And Braun's got a cut at a high one. Blaine's going to end up down at second. So the tie and run at the plate. It's going to either be a little lower inside there. David starts to challenge the plate, but then decides to stay at third. And nice cut. So I believe the count's full at 2-2. That's going to be over his head. Count is full. And that's going to be the game. So it looks like they're going to finish 8-5. And the Rockhounds, unfortunately, on the short end of the score, but improving. A lot of nice defense tonight, and the bats will come. It's been Greg from Allen Studios, and thanks for watching.